Hey everybody, Brett Hurst with 2 Minute Drill. Today, Trevor Harris sits beside me. T-Rev, here he is. Trevor, you and I as Christians, we hear that we are to yield our lives to Jesus, the Master. What in the world does that mean?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm trying to learn that more every day, and I still think that it's a question I wrestle with. And I think I even didn't understand how much I didn't understand that question until recently. If we're going to yield ourselves to Christ, I think I'd constantly jumped over the ourself part of that, where it's wanting to invite Christ in while also recognizing disinviting or not including yourself in that equation. And so I've been really wrestling with the idea of how much am I letting myself stay in control versus really yielding to Christ. I feel like sometimes I'm trying to let both of them fight for ownership of my life, and secretly I'm pulling for myself most of the time.
So it's our human tendency to keep wanting to take that control back and be the main event.
Yeah, and I think it's even whether we realize it or not. And I think it's more often or not. I think that there's blind spots in our life where we try to focus on these things and give it up to Christ, when in reality, the things that are most comfortable to us, the things that we don't want to challenge, don't even strike us as bad or even something that might be occupying our own life. And so I feel like it's those blind spots that are really trying to hold on to that control until we can actually see them and have not only ourselves, but probably most likely our community or our mentors or our small groups call them out and say, hey, who's actually running that show?
Yeah, you just answered my next question, which is how do we get clarity to what those blind spots are? And what I heard you just say is it's when we're surrounding ourselves with people that frankly are not impressed with us and are going to shoot us straight because they love us and say, you know, it may be this or that.
Yeah, and this weekend I was mountain biking with some friends, or I did for about 2 minutes before realizing I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do my own thing. And I was faced with this kind of 30-second, 1 minute conversation with myself of, well, what are they going to think of me? Well, you know, that we set out to go do this thing and I'm not doing it. And I turned around and was like, hey guys, I'm frustrated. I just want to go back in and get some coffee and walk around town. And they're like, great. That sounds like something you'd want to do.
It's okay.
Yeah, and later that night, I told them, I was like, I felt like I was letting you guys down. They're like, have we done anything in your life other than love you and care about you? And it made me realize how much my own interpretation of the situation was skewed. And if I wouldn't have said anything to people that knew me, I wouldn't have seen this fear of disapproval in my life. And so, you have to have people that are willing to shoot it straight, because I'm learning more and more every day that I might not be shooting myself straight all the time.
So our tendency to seat ourselves back in the master's chair even robs us of just kind of day-to-day joys.
Yeah, and that master's chair, I like that illusion or that vision of, I think I often back into it. Like I don't feel like I'm actively marching up the stairs and taking the wheel. I feel like I'm kind of seeing what's in front of me and backing up as I lose control and end up kind of with the wheel in my hands.
Kind of like Homer Simpson backing into the hedges.
Into the bushes, that's me. And I feel like it really is a daily, hourly battle of, I love control.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of us not looking to see if we have control is even more appealing to me, of just choosing to not even face it.
Yeah, very good. Well, you've given us a lot to think about today. Well, that's it for 2 Minute Drill, and we hope you'll join us next time. See you later.